Hey everyone, today I'm going to show you how to hit arrow/lift notes in Fortnite Festival. This is something that stumps a lot of people, especially when they are going into Festival for the first time. Really, these notes are going to be easily identified as any regular notes with a little arrow above it. I like to call them tail notes because it kind of reminds me of a tail. But as you can see, I'm playing Last Resort here, and we see a flurry of them coming through right now. So I'm going to show you two easy ways to hit these notes every single time because I know they can be definitely a bit confusing. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the first way, and that is to essentially just double tap the arrow after you hit the note. So essentially, in other words, treating it as any other note. This is probably the easiest way for any newcomer or any beginner to really hit these notes, but the more proper way, the more way that a lot of the experienced players do, is they treat these notes as if they're like strums. And what I mean by that is the strum notes have usually a line that you hold for a second or two, and you would essentially treat these as if they're like strums, and you would hold these notes. After you hit this note, you would hold it until the tails reach the note hitter. I don't know if that's the right term for it, but you would basically hold it like it's a strum note, and then once the tails hit the note hitter, you would release. So this is a slowed down version of Last Resort. As you can see, I'm hitting the notes, but I'm also hitting all of the arrows. So as you can see, when I'm hitting these yellow notes and these blue and then orange notes here, I'm hitting that note a second time, even though the note's not on that track. That is probably, like I mentioned before, the simplest way to do it, but I'm going to show you another song where really that invisible strum method really would be necessary in order to complete the song accurately. So here we have song 2, and as you can see pretty quickly coming up, this green note has an arrow above it, and this is an example of where you will most likely have to hold the note, and it's a lot easier to do it this way. As you see, I hit the green note, I don't release it until the arrow note goes through the green note track. So for some of these songs that have maybe a wider gap between the note and the arrow, that is probably going to be your best bet when it comes to hitting these notes. So I hope you guys enjoyed this brief tutorial. I hope it helps. Let me know any feedback you have in the comments and any other ideas you would like me to do for tutorials and festival. And thanks for tuning in, and have a great rest of your day.